The Lakshadweep subject, if you understand, is actually an entanglement of three different distinctions. Firstly, it's the nation state interest. If you look at it, there is a massive land grabbing process going on in Lakshadweep. It's decades old, long term, and ongoing process. By which, in the name of military bases, military airstrips, the state is occupying land, and they peripherally call it development. And secondly, and in the second part, if you look at the education system, if we understand, we doesn't learn about our history, we doesn't learn about our culture, we learn about mainland history, we learn about the geography, the politics of other places. There is a disconnection from our own becoming. And these kind of rules and regulations, kind of PASA Act coming up, the state is in the process of creating a panopticon to control the native people. With this land regulation act, they can encroach any land in any number of times in any required time. So this is the first part. I'm briefing. This is the first part, and second part, if you see, is the corporate interest of the political leaders of the ruling party. They don't consider about the fragile ecosystem of this land. This land is made of coral sediments. It cannot withstand. It lacks carrying capacity. It cannot it can't be a construction base. But they doesn't go for a scientific study. They are implementing their projects for their own crony capitalist interests. So this is the second part. This will hugely affect the Lakshadweep environment, the people of Lakshadweep, the fisher community and their livelihood. They doesn't ask for the consent of the Lakshadweep people. They are implementing projects in Lakshadweep. They doesn't ask for the their opinion, the Lakshadweep people's opinion. So this is the second part. And in third part, if you look at, is the hidden agenda of the BJP government. BJP government is, the nation is going through the biggest crisis. Our economy is in unforeseen crisis. The value of rupee is diminishing. Petrol price is hiking up. When we are discussing about the COVID scenario, government there is a huge mismanagement. The government failed in addressing the COVID outbreak. When we are discussing about the bodies flowing in Ganga, they need to shift the attention. When the UP elections are coming, they need to shift the attention. So they want to make this Lakshadweep subject to a minority issue. Primarily, they want to make this to be a minority issue, so that we will fight for this, so that they can bring the force here, they can shut the place, so that the whole nation's attention and the whole vote bank attention will go communally, so they can benefit in the elections. So and in relation to this, there is a hidden hidebound idea of creating a monocultural nation that I need not to elaborate. So this is the third part. So being a Lakshadweepian, what is a lived experience right here? Every morning we are getting a new regulation. Every morning we woke up to a new regulation which is against our people, our environment, our land. So we live in fear. Our fundamental rights are being curtailed. We cannot dissent. We cannot protest. If you protest, we are getting arrested. There is no dialogue. There is no conversation. There is a complete anarchy. A draconian form of administration is headed by Mr. Praful by Patel. So historically, we are confronting an extremely helpless state of affairs. Our culture, our tradition, our moral values are being disintegrated, being rewritten by this administration. So in this time we require national as well as international attention to the issue. We, as always, historically, we have been believing we follow the constitution and our judiciary, and we, the people of Lakshadweep, are embarking a fight for our land, our natives. We need all your support in this process. I'm sure this is a long term process, this is a long term fight, but we will fight this out. We believe in constitution, we will fight this out. Thank you.